The OREOS project envisions an end-to-end architecture to move forward to ultra-reliable and low-latency solutions. The consortium of this project is built by Capgemini, the University of Coimbra, and the Pedro Nunes Institute. One of the essential tasks of OREOS is to focus on network orchestration, which refers to actions a network controller performs in setting up devices, applications, and services in the network to achieve certain objectives. The OREOS architecture is comprised of 5 components. First, the radio access network. Second, the core. Third, multi-access edge computing. Fourth, service management and orchestration. And 5, monitoring, which envisions an end-to-end solution in a virtualized environment. The RAN is composed of 2 modules. First, as a southbound interface, emulators and simulators developed by the Open Air Interface Alliance are used for user equipment and G-Node B. As a northbound interface, FlexRIC provides intelligence to the RAN, where the radio management algorithms are implemented. In the core component, Open5GS is instantiated, while in the MET component, Ensconce is utilized. The service management and orchestration component is implemented with ONAP. Since there is no native communication between FlexRIC and ONAP, a REST API has been developed to ensure connectivity and policy enforcement between FlexRIC and the orchestrator. To retrieve and analyze network metrics, Prometheus is used jointly with Grafana. The REST API developed was created to establish the connection between ONAP and FlexRIC via the A1 interface, since there is no native connection between both components. Therefore, we manage the interaction between these components for policy enforcement by using Capgemini's A1 adapter. Given this architecture, and according to the gathered traffic from an XApp, it is possible to improve the bandwidth usage and allocate the requested resources in near real-time RIC. The service management orchestrator must know the type of policies and the schema related to policies to create an XApp that will consume them on the RIC. Here we have 4 terminals, a 1 interface terminal, where we can observe all the communications that happen between the service management orchestrator and the near real-time RIC. G-Node B, which represents our E2 node, near real-time RIC, which was instantiated with FlexRIC, and the correspondent terminal for our XApp, that is running an XApp responsible for slicing creation and delete. First, we initialize our near real-time RIC to further connect to our G-Node B. After doing this, we have created an association between our near real-time RIC and an XApp responsible for handling the RAN functions. Once the associations between the components are completed, it is possible to verify the submodels loaded by the FlexRIC and in response the plugins opened by the G-Node B. In the same way, in the XApp terminal, it is possible to corroborate the uses of these components. At this point, we can confirm via the A1 interface that no policies are defined in our near real-time RIC, therefore, we will add the first one with ID slicing to our near real-time RIC. This policy creation command is sent alongside its radio settings via the A1 interface to the XApp responsible for handling the RAN functions. In turn, near real-time RIC will also receive the request for slice creation. Suddenly, we can confirm via the A1 interface that the policy is configured on near real-time RIC with the corresponding ID. In the same way, we create slices. We can also delete them by making a delete request via the A1 interface and confirming the request reception on the XApp and near real-time RIC. Here we have 3 terminals with the following components: a 4G user equipment or ENB, the FlexRIC, and the XApp for slice creation and gathering of metric, in this case, latency. Similarly to our previous test, It is possible to verify the submodels loaded by the FlexRIC and in response the plugins opened by the ENB. The XApp also uses these components. Later the XApp started to gather the metrics and created the slices accordingly, which have been established.